So first up, we're going to warm up. Go ahead and take a seat right at the arc. Bring the sides of your feet or your ankles against the edges of the steps to help you stay still. Reach your arms forward, and as you're sitting up nice and tall, just bring those arms up in line with your ears, stretching through your shoulders. And then lower those arms all the way back down by your side. We're gonna flow through this. Here we go. Bring those arms up. You wanna breathe in here. And then lower those arms down. You wanna breathe out. Big stretches all the way up, reaching your fingertips to the ceiling, and then all the way down, fingertips to the floor. Next up, we're going to do rotation, so waking up the sides of our back. Bring your arms forward, still staying in the same position. One is on top of the other. Keep your spine lifting long as you do this, and just rotate around your spine. Imagine if your spine was a barber pole, and you're just twisting and rotating it around. You want to hold on to the sides of the step with your ankles so that you keep your lower body still as you move around your spine and your upper body. More this way, warming up and waking up the muscles in our back. So next up, we're going to go into seated in the well and do some half roll backs. Still working on loosening up and stretching in our low back. So as you're seated in the well, bring your legs forward. Make sure you have your ankles, your knees, and your hips in alignment. And let's just float those arms forward. Let your palms face each other, holding them nice and strong. And just roll back, bringing your abdominals into your spine and your low back to touch the arc. And then keep those abdominals tight as you push your fingers forward to sit up nice and tall. The entire time, making sure you're holding your legs right where they are. You're not letting them open out to the side. Remember to keep those abdominals tight. Hold those arms forward and long. Don't let them droop down. Next up, we're going to take a back stretch, but let's change our position. Still stay seated in the well, but what I want you to do is to face the low slope side and place your legs right on top of it and sit your butt into the well. From this position, let those legs just relax. Take your hands at the tops of your thighs. Bring your focus forward. I want you to nod your chin to your chest. Keep your abdominals pulling nice and tight, and just slide your hands down to the furthest place down your leg that you can. And then from here, roll yourself back up, sitting up nice and tall. We're gonna flow through that a few more times, keeping those abdominals tight as you nod your head and stretch forward. And then pull yourself up, stacking each vertebra one on top of the other one. Again, the head nods so you can stretch in your neck, into your upper back, your mid back, and into your low back. And then float yourself back up, letting your head become the last thing that lifts up. A few more of those, stretching in your back. And then rolling yourself up, sitting up tall. Now on this last one, I want you to just hold it here. Reach for the furthest part of your legs or your foot that you can. Really let your head relax. Feel that stretch across your shoulders, inside your shoulder blades, into your mid-back. Keep reaching down the furthest part of your legs, again, even to your feet, to really get that stretch. Make sure you're breathing even nicely, inhaling through your nose. And as you exhale, push that air into the part of your body that is the tightest. Take a couple more breaths like that, breathing in through your nose. And then pushing that air into your back. For me, it's really my low back that's nice and tight. I'm going to take one more here. And then go ahead and roll yourself all the way up, sitting up nice and tall. Next up, let's do seated in the well and do a side twist. So go ahead and move yourself off the arc. Sit in the well, but what I want you to do is stay facing forward. Bring your front leg so that it just falls off the edge of the step. And then this top leg here is just gonna bend slightly and relax that hip down. Again, it's all about stretching in the back. Place one hand on top of that arc towards the low slope side, and then bring the other hand gently behind your head. Make sure your elbow floats forward so that you're able to see it in your periphery. From here, I want you to sit up nice and tall, and then just take a twist, looking all the way over your back shoulder, so that you get into your neck stretch as well, and then opening that back out. Take it again. You want to keep yourself seated tightly in that well and just twist around your spine, stretching across your back from one diagonal to the other one. Keeping your breath nice and even, feeling that stretch in your low back, through the mid-back, all the way up through your head, neck, and shoulders. The entire time, keeping those abdominals as tight as you possibly can. You're doing great. Keep moving. So we've done this side. Now we must do the other side. Turn yourself around, same setup. That front knee falls off the step, and that bottom leg just reaches right here. Your hand goes on the low slope side, and bring the other hand softly behind your head. And just move from your waist, twisting around your spine, looking over your shoulder, so you also get to stretch in your neck as well. Make sure you're pulling those abdominals tight and breathing in and out. Couple more here, breathing in and breathing out, looking over that shoulder. Next up, we're doing bridging. Meet me by lying down on your back. Place the step edge of the arc against your butt, and then place your feet right on the high slope side of the arc. Press those hands right down by your hips and keep your face and chest focused up towards the ceiling. I want you to pull those abdominals tight, engage in your butt, press down through your feet and your palms, and just bridge your hips up. All the time keeping those abdominals nice and tight. Make your breath easy, pressing through your feet and your palms as you lift your hips up. This one will fire into the backs of your thighs or your hamstrings right away. So to make sure you're getting the benefit of working through your low back, squeeze those glutes a little bit to get out of the backs of your thighs. Make sure you're keeping those abdominals tight as well. Bridging is great to support the low back. Next up, let's do extension work. So we're going to open up through our chest and arch through our back. Meet me at the low slope side of your arc. Move yourself to lying on the arc. I'm going to place my hips right about where that arc is, and I'm going to place my hands on the outside of the step. Reach those legs out long behind you and turn your toes over to give yourself a little bit of anchoring against the mat. Go ahead and bend those elbows and lower your forehead down, letting your neck relax. Pull your abdominals up off of your arc nice and tight. Push through the heels of your hands and lift your back up and stretch. Send your chest forward, open your throat and send your head back. Lower your chin down, keep your abs tight, and bend your knees to lower your forehead down. The entire time, keep pressing through your toes, keep pulling those abdominals up, and feel that wonderful stretch in your back. Feel your entire hand pressing down. Hold those arms and shoulders strong as you take that arch. So our last and final move will be child's pose or rest. Meet me at the slope or low slope end of your arc. Move it forward if you're on a mat so that you create space to stretch out your arms. I'm going to bring my toes together, open those knees out wide, and then take your palms and place them on top of the arc. Go ahead and let your head relax. Keep those abdominals nice and soft for this one, and just relax your head down. You should feel that stretch all the way inside the tops of your shoulders into your upper back, as well as into your mid back and even into your low back. Just pause here and stretch and breathe. Nice deep inhale. And then on your exhale, try to send your butt bones towards your heels a little bit more to get that stretch in your spine. This is called child's pose, as you probably will see kids sitting around in this pose a lot. In Pilates, we call it rest position because it's a place where we get to pause and rest, stretching out any of the kinks that we might have, either at the end of class or prior to going on to another exercise. Take a couple more breaths here. And then go ahead and use your hands to bring yourself all the way up. Well done. You did it. Here's an opportunity for you to pause, bring those palms together in a nice reverent position, take a bow, and thank yourself and especially your body for showing up today.